The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. The whole is more than the sum of its parts. Happiness depends upon ourselves. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. The educated differ from the uneducated as much as the living differ from the dead. At his best, a man is the noblest of all animals, separated from law and justice. He is the worst. The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. The worst form of inequality is to try to make unequal things equal. A high-minded man must care more for the truth than for what people think. All human actions have one or more of these 7 causes: chance, nature, compulsions, habit, reason, passion, desire. Quality is not an act, it is a habit. Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. The wise man does not expose himself needlessly to danger, since there are few things for which he cares sufficiently. Democracy is when the indigent, and not the men of property, are the rulers. The one exclusive sign of thorough knowledge is the power of teaching. It is the nature of desire not to be satisfied, and most men live only for the gratification of it. Those that know, do. Those that understand, teach. Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. The law is reason, free from passion. All men by nature desire knowledge. The energy of the mind is the essence of life. We become just by performing just actions, temperate by performing temperate actions, brave by performing brave actions. The most perfect political community is one in which the middle class is in control and outnumbers both of the other classes. Friendship is essentially a partnership. It is not enough to win a war, it is more important to organize the peace. Without friends, no one would choose to live, though he had all other goods. What lies in our power to do, it lies in our power not to do. What is educated insolence? Those who educate children well are more to be honored than they who produce them, for these only gave them life, those the art of living well. Men acquire a particular quality by constantly acting in a particular way. Man is a goal-seeking animal. Fear is pain arising from the anticipation of evil. The worst solitude is to be destitute of sincere friendship. The best friend is the man who in wishing me well wishes it for my sake. All virtue is summed up in dealing justly. What the statesman is most anxious to produce is a certain moral character in his fellow citizens. The secret to humor is surprise. In a democracy, the poor will have more power than the rich because there are more of them, and the will of the majority is supreme. Nature does nothing in vain. Character may almost be called the most effective means of persuasion. The wise man does not seek pleasure, but avoids pain. Dignity consists not in possessing honors, but in the consciousness that we deserve them. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality that guarantees the others. He who has overcome his fears will truly be free. The least initial deviation from the truth is multiplied later 1,000-fold. Misfortune shows those who are not really friends. Education is an ornament in prosperity and a refuge in adversity. Happiness is self-contentedness. All persons ought to endeavor to follow what is right and not what is established. The law is reason unaffected by desire. The most equitable form of government is democracy if the people possess the information. The worst of all deceptions is self-deception. The soul never thinks without a picture. It is easy to fly into a passion. Anybody can do that, but to be angry with the right person and to the right extent, and at the right time and with the right object and in the right way, that is not easy, and it is not everyone who can do it. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. He who can be, and therefore is, another's, and he who participates in reason enough to apprehend, but not to have, is a slave by nature. The end of labor is to gain leisure. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. If you like this video, I appreciate you like the video and subscribe to my channel.